Keep going up strong. That was good. You gotta get that AM1. They gonna call it. I know she can't. I got you. Yeah.
Credit to Angel Reese, who has mastered the whisper game.
She knows where the mics are at. She knows how to cover that.
In the new 3-on-3 league, Unrivaled, Angel Reese finally had a strong performance against Nifa Claire and the undefeated Lunar Owls basketball club. For once, it seemed as though Reese was letting her game speak for itself. No needless antics, no extra drama, just pure basketball play, and for a brief moment, it appeared as though she might actually accept the victory with a degree of grace. She was putting up numbers that truly supported all the talk. 22 points, 21 rebounds, and a victory for her Rose basketball club.
But she's had a couple of big back-to-back games. I think this is her best professional game. And I came on here getting ready to prepare for this video, getting ready to praise her for all of that. And then I got to looking at the aftermath of the game. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
However, that obviously didn't last long. And this is Angel Reese. Who are we talking about? Just when you thought she would take it easy and move on, she suddenly changed her persona from basketball player to WWE villain, taunting the opposing fans as if she had a personal feud with their entire city. Applause. Then, when they returned it to her, she was suddenly the victim. Reese had one of the most bizarre nights of her career. She played like she truly belonged in the spotlight for once, demonstrating that she could ball in a way that wasn't just about antics. However, just when she had the ideal chance to leave the court with a W and some respect, she managed to throw everything away. Rather than celebrating her victory, she took the microphone and began yet another tearful monologue in which she talked about how difficult her life is, how much hate she gets, and how unfair everything is for her. Hold on a minute. Are you the misunderstood victim who only wants a little sympathy because you can't have it both ways? Or are you the fearless, unapologetic bad guy? Angel Reese proudly calls herself the villain, claiming that she thrives off negativity and embraces hate. But here she was acting as though she was being unfairly targeted, as if she wasn't the same person flexing on fans just moments earlier.
To keep going, it's hard. It is hard. To live my life isn't easy. And I don't want to get emotional, but that's why I put the work in every day, because there are little girls that look up to me. There are the college girls that look up to me, and just being able to be inspiration every day. So that's why I just try to keep going through all the negativity. At 22, it's hard living this life, but I'm grateful, I'm blessed, and I'm lucky to be around this group, and being here at Unrivaled has just been the best thing.
Then there is the exchange. Reese had to go out of her way to disparage the opposition fans because she couldn't just take her victory lap and keep things going. Trash talk is a part of the game, no doubt about that, but if you're going to dish it out, you better be prepared to take it when it comes back to you. That's precisely where Reese falters. She loves to throw shots, but the moment someone fires back, it's a sob story. The world is against her, and she doesn't get enough credit because the criticism is unfair.
Just because of one single game. And just looking at that, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. It's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game.
If you spend your entire career portraying yourself as the tough, unstoppable villain who loves criticism, why do you constantly talk about how difficult your life is? It would be like a boxer entering the ring, throwing the first punch, and then complaining that they were hit back. If you want to be the biggest personality in the room, you must fully own it and not change the subject when things don't go your way.
But Angel Reese, like I said, multiple phases. We have the good phase. Played a great game. We have the bad phase. Got in her coach's face over a challenge that they eventually lost, and she looked crazy just screaming at Noah Henry, blah, 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 blah.
And I know this is her haters' biggest fear, was looking like one of the best players in the W in the world tonight.
The truth is that she could have simply accepted the victory and left with some dignity. She played a fantastic game and was the best player on the court, and for once, her performance would have made the headlines. However, Angel Reese doesn't work that way. She needs to make everything about herself, including the drama, the controversy, and the attention, even if it overshadows her best moments.
The Lunar Owls win games. Like, they just, when they're doing well, they just shout out hooty hoo. And Angel Reese, after beating the Lunar Owls, comes off like doing their, like, almost like celebrating, making fun of them. And look, it's on brand for Angel Reese. Like, this is, like, look, this is on brand for Angel Reese. Like, that's what she did. That is what she did. And look, I don't have an issue with it. And I actually don't. Like, I think you can celebrate and win sports in however you want. And the thing is, like, sports reward big characters. And as you can love Angel Reese or hate Angel Reese, but you have some feeling about it.
Furthermore, let's face it, the blowback would be horrifying if another player performed the same stunt. After taunting the crowd, Caitlin Clark, Nafisa Clyer, or Brianna Stewart would be ridiculed for days. But Reese expects to play both the toughest nails trash talker and the frail, misunderstood hero simultaneously. Sorry, but it doesn't work that way. You can't be the one who clowns opposing fans in one sentence and then begs for sympathy in the next. At some point, that's not confidence, that's hypocrisy. Right now, all Reese is demonstrating is that, regardless of how well she plays, she is still more interested in making headlines than winning. If she wants to be a beloved, respected leader, she must stop making everything about controversy and actually let her game do the talking. If she wants to be the villain, then fine, embrace it. However, villains don't plead for sympathy.
Let's just get right into it, shall we?
She's got 20 and 20 tonight with an offensive ball. That would be her sixth. She's trying to convince her head coach to challenge.
Yes, that's Angel Reese screaming, and that's her head coach that you can audibly hear saying, "Calm down. Calm down."
The real problem is that when things don't go her way, she loses her composure. When she wins, she's the queen of the court, flexing, taunting, and letting everyone know she's that girl. When she loses, however, she suddenly becomes the victim. The media is out to get her. The world is unfair. The critics are too harsh, and you can't play both sides. Angel Reese isn't criticized because she's passionate or because she talks trash. Legends have done that and been celebrated for it. Every game becomes another episode of Angel Reese's show, in which she is both the star and the misunderstood hero. And let's be honest, she wouldn't have it any other way. If she truly wanted to silence the skeptics, she would just let her game speak for itself. She would post numbers, win games, and move on.
Angel Reese, you turned this into a circus? A clown show. Like, I mean, absolutely no class at all. Zero class. Class right out the window. And then had the nerve to speak about being a role model? Nah, I don't want my daughter acting anything like you.
No matter how well she plays, there's always something extra. Another needless spectacle that overshadows her actual performance. This is the reason people don't take Reese seriously. She thrives on the attention but then complains about it in the same breath, which is why every time she makes headlines, people are more interested in what she said than how she played. Reese is talent, no doubt. She can rebound, but she can't seem to just take a win and leave it at that.
So like, it's been hard for me, but adjusting and just kind of have that mindset of like just moving on has been something I try to give myself a little bit of grace.
A minute Reese leans into it because she wants to be the antagonist, embraces alcohol, and tells the world that she thrives on negativity. But as soon as she doesn't receive the recognition she believes she deserves, she reverses the script and begins talking about how underappreciated she is. She recently said, "I changed basketball too," which is really funny because the last time we checked, she was the same person who said, "Hate pays my bills." So, which would you prefer, being the villain or the beloved icon? She currently looks like a WWE character going through an identity crisis. She is on a sympathy tour, appearing as though she is the most undervalued star in women's basketball, while at the same time she is mocking Caitlin Clark and waving her hand in her opponents' faces.
I don't really get to speak out on things just because I just try to ignore, and I just try to stand strong. Like, I've been through so much. I've seen so much.
Not to mention the most recent inconsistency in her WNBA salary lawsuit, in which Angel Reese publicly said that she does not receive enough money to cover her rent. The player who frequently posts about getting to the bag is suddenly broke when it's convenient. This is another classic example of Reese trying to control the narrative. She's either the villain or the struggling underdog, whichever version garners her more sympathy at the moment. Angel Reese, who flaunts designer clothes, luxury vacations, and endorsement deals like she's a walking Fortune 500 company, now wants us to believe she's struggling financially.
I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Let me do the math real quick.
It might cover that. Yeah,
It
definitely covers that.
What is my? I don't even know my salary.
Look, Angel Reese is good for the game in that she keeps things interesting, creates drama, and sparks conversation, but she's changing basketball. If anything, she's changed the way people argue on social media about the whole "I can't pay rent" storyline. Either she's trolling or she really needs a financial advisor, but one thing is certain, she will continue to talk and the world will continue to watch. Just be sure to take notes because the version of Angel Reese you see today might not be the one you see tomorrow.
No, my rent is more than that. It's 8,000. I'm living beyond my means.
Angel Reese didn't just have a great game. She dominated, she torched the Lunar Owls, dropped a double-double, and made sure everyone in the arena knew it. But of course, in classic Angel Reese fashion, she couldn't just celebrate the win and keep it moving. No, she had to turn the whole thing into a spectacle. Instead of walking off the court with dignity, she went full-in mascot mode, flapping her arms and hooting like she just got drafted into the Owl Kingdom. It wasn't just trash talk, it was a full-on performance, the kind of thing you'd expect from a halftime show, not a professional basketball player. She's out here staring down benches, flexing on defenders, and making sure every camera in the building catches her reactions. But when the energy shifts, she looks blindsided, like she just got hit with a plot twist she didn't see coming. Fans aren't just going to sit there and let her run the show without pushing back. If you're going to clown the crowd is going to clown you right back. That's the energy of the game, but Angel, she wants to be the loudest voice in the room with no echo. She wants to play the role of the trash-talking queen, but she's allergic to clapbacks.
So I had to watch the Lunar Owls versus the Rose on replay because I was playing my own basketball game. And I am reminded once again that the stuff that Angel was doing tonight and the stuff that she does every night is extraordinary. I went for one loose ball and twisted my whole dog ankle. So yeah, but anyway, Angel Reese, and I know this is her haters' biggest fear, was looking like one of the best players in the world tonight. 22 points, 21 rebounds, 52% from the field.
If you start a fire, don't be shocked when the flames reach your door. This is the equivalent to roasting someone in a group chat and then becoming upset when they display your worst takes from 5 years ago. It's difficult to take Angel seriously because she wants all the benefits of being a high-energy, trash-talking, attention-grabbing player without any of the drawbacks. She can't decide whether she's the misunderstood underdog or the tough villain. 1 minute, she exudes confidence and attitude, and the next, she's on social media discussing how difficult it is to be her but her.
Giving the Lunar Owls fans the hootie hoo. Now, I'm going to be honest right here. I'm not mad at it. If you're going 20-20 and you're beating an undefeated team, I might be feeling myself too. Especially when their call is hootie hoo, hootie hoo, hootie hoo. Would I cry if somebody on my favorite football team did that? No, not at all. So, am I going to have an issue with this? No, not really, especially when she contributed as much as when she did. Now, this isn't the same thing when she went up against Iowa in the national championship game and did this. Meanwhile, you watch the game and you realize she got carried. This isn't that same instant.
Angel gave a fantastic performance at last, but rather of using it to gain momentum, she made it into a sideshow. It seems as though she is balancing 3 careers at once: controversy, basketball player influence, and basketball player. One moment, Queen is posing for Vogue, and the next, she is retaliating on Twitter against those who have criticized her footwork. The cost of being in the spotlight is that you must accept the heat that comes with having cameras, lights, and headlines. Caitlin Clark is working out hard in the gym. Since we all know what's coming up next season, the first game between the Indiana Fever and the Chicago Sky will be complete chaos. Angel Reese is online, making sure her most recent tweet receives interaction. The stakes are higher than ever, the tension is already boiling, and the trash talk is already simmering. Caitlin Clark will be ready to perform when she comes out.
But her attention, her notoriety is based off Caitlin Clark. Because she wins the national title, first thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark. Then she's played off of that.
If you don't think that game will have a lot of viral moments, Angel Reese will make sure the cameras are rolling whether or not she is dominating. You're lying to yourself. Mark your calendars for the contentious discussions and drama that will dominate the internet. Get the popcorn and set the reminders. This is a must-watch television program. If you're looking forward to it, please let us know in the comments by subscribing and turning on all notifications so you don't miss anything. We'll see you in the next one after you click the video on the screen.